Verbally Effective with Ina Esco is an interview-style podcast that intersects art, culture, politics, and entertainment with a Memphis focus. Each week, I'm joined by a featured guest with roots in Memphis. Verbally Effective delves into each guest's personal journey to uncover the incredible stories fueling their purpose, the highs and lows of their pursuits, and how through their passion, they are moving the culture forward. Be sure to follow Verbally Effective and Ina Esco on Instagram. Also, download the Verbally Effective podcast on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Play Music. Don't forget to check out the website and submit to be a guest at verballyeffective.com. Hey guys, it's your double E, Ina Esco. Welcome to the Verbally Effective podcast powered by We Are Memphis. You know what? I need you all to subscribe right now if you're not right now to the Verbally Effective podcast on all streaming platforms and that Ina Esco YouTube channel as well. I want to send a huge shout out to Spotlight Productions for allowing us to podcast in this beautiful space studio, and also my producer Ari the Genius. Let's get right into it because I have one of my good friends with me. I mean, we both are alum of LeMoyne Owen College. We both actually started at the same radio station over there at Flynn Broadcasting Hot 107. He is an Omega man, and he's also the producer of the Morning Hustle over there at Hot 107.1 and Midday Talent. I'm talking about the Marvin Gaye of DJs, DJ Superman.
What's going on?
Christopher McNeil.
Yes, Miss Ina.
I had to put your government out.
Oh, you're a hot mess.
How are you today, sir?
I can't complain. I'm great. I'm glad to be here with you all. I mean, it's a beautiful Saturday morning, Labor Day weekend. I'm vibrant. You're vibrant.
Yes.
Full of vigor.
Full of vigor. What you got going on this Labor Day weekend?
Well, I'm actually chilling with family. My week starting off for the Southern Heritage Classic, that's going to be busy. This weekend is more R&R.
Gotcha.
Rest and relaxation.
Yes, you need it.
Prepping.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Preparation leads to a good direction.
That's true. That's true.
So that's my weekend, eating some ribs, maybe a steak.
Are you cooking?
Yes.
Because I've seen you on Instagram
going
at it.
I am a cook. I'm a extraordinaire with that. I try to stick in my, element with that. I love to cook. Yes,
it look like it tastes good.
Oh, boy. Thinking about it now. Stop. You're a mess.
Superman, let's start at the beginning. What part of Memphis are you from?
South Memphis, baby. Born and bred, Prospect Park, College and McLemore, South Parkway Terrace. I lived in 3 areas of South Memphis in my early age of life. And then, of course, moved to the burbs. But I'm still connected to South Memphis. I ride through there frequently. I still have friends there, family. I have never left my allegiance to South Memphis. I love that. I love it.
So tell me about growing up in South Memphis, because you're just a stone's throw away from LeMoyne Owen College. I mean, you probably saw the school while you grew up. And
my mother graduated from LeMoyne. I had an aunt went to LeMoyne. Some more relatives that are LeMoyne alumni. Growing up in South Memphis as a kid, I grew up on College and McLemore, and Stax was down the street. And so I was blessed. My babysitter back in the day, Margaret Ann, she used to go down there and hang out. I actually, not my recollection, when you're a kid, you don't even really know you're here, but I got a chance to go down there and see Isaac Hayes record.
Wow.
Just hang out down there as a kid, and it was always a fun place to be, and I have those memories fond in my mind. LeMoyne Owen, being from that area, I would always be going over there sometimes with my mother because she was involved. She's an a.k.a. Lady of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I had to say how y'all do it. And I would go to some events, games. Rest in peace, Coach Johnson. He was one of the leading coaches with the winning streak that was extraordinary as a leader of that whole sports field, because that's our flagship sport at LeMoyne. We don't have a football team.
Right. But we still do homecoming, though.
Baby. Do it like we got one. And they got a band over there now. Did you see the band?
Yes. I've been working with them. Yes.
Okay. Yes. And so, I'm like, that's a positive look. I like the growth and the direction that they're trying to go in over there. So much love to LeMoyne Owen College, always, 807 Walker.
Now, what was the young Superman into? Now, I know you're like a music connoisseur, like, you know, when I met you, even back then. But what were you into? What high school you attended?
Memphis Catholic High School. How
Come
about
on,
that?
Memphis Catholic.
Can you believe that?
So Mama said, I'm sending your little butt to Memphis Catholic.
I'm gonna tell you how that happened. Okay, my ninth grade year, I was wanting to go to Central. All my friends went to Central. I wanted to go to Central. I wanted to be in this high school club called the Gents. I wanted a Central girlfriend. It was all about Central because all my friends went there. My stepbrother went to Hamilton. And Hamilton was a little loose for me, you know.
You need a little bit more structure.
I mean, that's saying I know a lot of people went to Hamilton and are doing great. So this is not a jab. It's just, he was kicking it over there. He was an ambassador. And so all my friends on the street were either an ambassador or a gent. And if you were going to be in the optional program, you had to put in paperwork. Well, me messing around, didn't get the paperwork in on time. So my mother told me, she said, well, son, you got two choices. And she said it just like this. You can get on the cheese bus, the yellow bus, and go over the south side, or you can go to Catholic, follow my footsteps, because my mother graduated from private school. She went to Father Bertrand. Wow. And so I said, Catholic. Now, this is going to really kill you. I wanted to go there because, one, it was a tradition. I was a Catholic. I'm seeing me now. I said, well, if you go to Catholic, you'll still be in Midtown and
right there by Central.
Right there by Central. Catholic, we got out at 250. Central got out at 3. You can
boom, boom.
You know, skipping all the educational attributes that the school offered. I'm thinking
that was your motivation, right?
I'm in Midtown. But anyway, now Catholic was a very good place for me. I learned how both sides of the world run, you know, this side and that side.
Did they embrace you?
Oh, yes. Because a lot of friends of mine, once I got there, were friends with me when I went to Father Bertrand. Because I went to Father Bertrand kindergarten through third, fourth grade, if my memory serves me well. So we reconnected at Catholic.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I met a lot of different people, different cultures, different melting pots of experiences with people and how the world runs outside of your domain.
Yeah, and that's good to do. That's good to have
at an early age, get that balance.
Culture.
That balance.
Yes.
And I was offered that. I'm very appreciative that my mother thought big of me to say, you can do this, you can do that. Because most parents, well, you know what? You're going to go here. Because that was Southside was my school and my zone. That if I were to do that, that's where I would have been.
Well, did you get that Central girlfriend or Memphis Catholic girlfriend?
Duh!
Hey! Which one? A little bit of both?
A little bit of both. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, and I see you matriculated, similar to your mom, to LeMoyne. Was that an easy decision for you?
Yes.
Okay.
It really was. I transferred to LeMoyne 90-91 school year. 89-90, I went to UT Martin.
Okay.
It was cool, but it didn't fit for me. You know, it was cool. And so when I got back here, I was like, okay, I wanted to pledge Omega. So I said, I might as well do it here because I figured and thought, what service would I be doing pledging at a school that I don't want to come back to? You know? And so I came to LeMoyne, pledged in 91. Beautiful experience, beautiful culture. Last of what you would say, the old school, you know, Greek life.
Yes.
Is now, you know, we'll talk about that another day.
That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother Hey, I got a good idea going on in my brain, so we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later. I'm rolling with you.
Maybe you know what I'm thinking about, but check it out. Once you graduated from LeMoyne, did you get right into radio?
No. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay, lawyer. I can see that.
I did, but here's the deal. I was working downtown for the city and the county. I was working for the Private Industry Council, the PIC. It was at the 100 North Main building. And sometimes you got to be careful for what you ask for. I was, back in the day, I said, I want a job where I wear a suit and tie. I want to have a briefcase. I had my own parking spot. I was working with Dr. Harrington with the Summer Youth Initiative program. And along with PIC, we had agencies where we would place children along with the Summer Youth Initiative program back in the day. So I was working with Girls Inc., Boys Club, and there was another one called AM South. That was located on Crump. And what that agency did, it allowed kids to be able to grow produce. They had a lot of land out there at Shelby Farms. I don't know if it's still going on now, but
I hope so.
This is like 1997. And so I was working with these agencies and the youth in the inner city, and I really loved that. But backstory, my father passed away in 1995. He was a trustee for Tennessee State University. He graduated, loved Memphis. Tennessee State. He was the Memphis Tennessee State president for that club.
Wow.
This was back when Tennessee State was playing different schools for the Southern Heritage Classic, like Grambling,
So
Bowling
that's how
Green.
Southern Heritage started, with different schools they were playing?
Southern Heritage Classic back in the day would play different
I
black
didn't know
schools.
that.
Yes, like FAMU.
Wow. And
they
Fred
came
Jones
with-
was over it then?
Not then.
Oh.
This was a Tennessee State thing. He took it over in 89.
Wow.
And that's why he made it bigger than what it really was. He had a dream and a vision, as you can see, how that has turned out. It wasn't TSU, JSU. That
year.
didn't start until 89.
Wow. Didn't know
89, 90, as a matter of fact. But every year in the fall, Tennessee State and Memphis will play a different school. They had a football team, and I missed that. And it was real fun. It was a little diverse. I like where it has gone. Fred took it to the he took
Upper
it way
echelon,
out there.
yes.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yes.
But that's how it used to be. And so my dad was a trustee. Anyway, long story short, he passed away in 95, leukemia. But before he passed, he bestowed to me a plethora of records.
Come on.
And I'm talking from R&B, blues, soul, funk, this, that, and other. He would take me to jazz concerts, out of town, in town, stuff like that. Like, okay, back in the day, I was a big Rick James and Prince fan.
Yes.
My dad wouldn't take me to those concerts.
A little too
My
freaky.
mother would take me to see Rick, Prince. My dad was like, man, don't wear makeup. Men don't wear heels. Men don't
I
wear
got
braids.
you now.
I ain't taking for that. But here's the trip part. When my mother was at Memphis State graduate school, she was getting her master's. And I'll never forget this night. She said, hey, Chris is gonna make sure this is he said, I got this, but he's gonna come with me to see Parliament tonight. He's gonna see the mothership come down
Yes.
at the Coliseum. Now everybody knows that Parliament Funkadelic, that cast of characters,
Okay.
coming out with wigs and
Now
this
that's a
and that.
show. That's a full production.
That is a full production. I actually saw the mothership come down with George
I
Clinton.
bet you were just enamored.
I was.
I got to do this.
But I had to use that reference. My dad said, George Clinton wore a wig. What's wrong with Prince?
What did he say?
George Clinton wore this. Well, back in the day, George Clinton did this and that. He said, basically, he had a defense for him. He's like, he's putting on the show. I said, well, they are too. He just, but
Yeah.
you know how it go.
Yeah.
But my dad exposed me to so much different music. I have an uncle that's a jazz musician. He's a saxophonist.
Wow.
I had a cousin alongside with that family tree. There was a huge collector of music. My uncle, my dad, and my cousin, they were pretty much like beatniks back in the day. Have you ever heard that word? They were traveling, going to New York and Newport Jazz Festival. They would go to California to different music festivals. They would see John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Charlie Parker, all that. So that was kind of installed into me at an early age. I had a very good early start of having and building a musical ear alongside what I liked. Now, what blew me away, I never get this. I went to New York for the first time in 1979. I'm 8. And this was the time when hip-hop was coming into the forefront of the musical world. And when I went up there, the most popular song at the time was Rapper's Delight.
Yes, I knew you was gonna say that.
Everybody was, every cab I got in, every car running down the street, every place you went.
New York City.
I'm like, okay, and I bought the record actually up in New York. And Curtis Blow was popular. What's that? These Are the Breaks. And rap was on its next pebble phase of popularity, becoming a genre and not just a social activity.
Right.
Because that's how hip hop started. It was a social activity. The kids in the Bronx would take these old tenement buildings that didn't have any, electricity, bootleg the power boom. That's how it all started. It was fun and became a business.
Right. And it was fun. And also at that same time, like during that period, a lot was going on from a societal level.
Grandmaster Flash, The Message.
Yes.
You had all that going on. And I just was like in.
So when did you get your first turntables and you start cutting
the
up
first
yourself?
ones I bought.
Okay.
And I repeat that I bought.
Not gifted.
Was 1995.
Okay.
The first time I ever got on them, my guy DJ Spider-Man.
Shout out DJ Spider-Man.
He lived around the corner from me in my neighborhood. He had turntables.
Okay.
And I used to go over there and work his family to death. I'm like, can I just play regular?
Yes.
And that's how that started. He was the first person that I knew that had them. And I would go over there and hang out with him.
Yes. And was that your introduction into Flynn Broadcasting?
Boogaloo, Just Born.
Boogaloo, Just Born.
Devin, he was over there. All of them, I got the first program director I worked with was Lee Cagle.
Yes.
So that's how I came into those doors. And
still there.
22 years as of August 12th.
Wow, that says a lot, Superman.
Consistency
for sure.
know
And you're
what
the
I'm
Marvin Gaye of DJs. Why do you coin yourself as the Marvin Gaye of DJs? What does that mean?
First of all, what it means is I have a very sultry, expanded, broad, which is expanded style of how I deliver myself. I'm not always this upbeat hype guy. I can be cool and calm. I know when to turn it on and turn it off. And if you ever saw Marvin Gaye perform from his beginning in Motown in the late 50s and 60s to when he went into this solo act of the what's going on and let's get it on, he became very, energetic, but at the same time poised. He was always poised, and I love that about him. He had a fiery attitude, and then he had a subtle mode that he would be in. Now, that's me.
That's you.
I can go up, I can be this, and
depending on what kind of mood you in.
Depends on the mood I'm in.
You know what? I was listening to you just yesterday.
Okay.
And, right now, this is Labor Day weekend. This will air in another week or so. But right now, it's Labor Day weekend. And you were talking to a gentleman on air with you. And you were saying, it's Labor Day weekend, Memphis, repeat after me.
I made him say a pledge.
Why did you do that?
Because I have a platform where people hear me. Now I'm joking, I'm fun. You got to be there. I'm not I'm not a hip hop Brian Gumble. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy that's going to give you different styles. But if I don't impute that on the radio, that message, I'm not going to say save the city, but it touched enough people where one person or a couple of people are not going to commit some ill crime.
Yes, I was very touched by it.
I appreciate that. And I meant what I was doing.
I know you did.
And it was actually spontaneous. Like, that was not in the script for me that day. It just hit me. I was like, let me tell these folk this today because, every time you cut on the news, this is going over here. The
Especially
policeman got
Memphis,
shot. Oh, my.
right?
And Memphis is not the same Memphis, unfortunately, it was a year or two ago, even with all the growth and development we have going on downtown and just in the city in general. It's a lot of upward mobility happening here, but that gets outshined for the crime.
Yes.
And so if I don't say something or give some positive notion on air about it, then I'm really not doing my job because a DJ is more than just playing music. I got to do justice. That's my acronym for DJ.
Yeah.
I'm doing justice deliberately.
And I'm glad you did that considering the demo for Hot 107.
Yes, we have an 1835 demographic.
Yes.
They got to hear. They need to hear. They need to hear more than just, man, turn up. No, you need to turn down sometimes.
Okay.
Because it's just real violent and volatile. But I still have a positive love for my city because we're doing great things. But you know how, as they say, one bad apple can ruin what? A bunch.
A bunch. Now, sticking to the genre that you're specific to at Hot 107,
Yes.
you know, we suffered the loss of young Dolph not too long ago.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, do you feel like there's someone that can fill that void from a business acumen? Because, you know, he was all about ownership.
Community.
In the community,
Yes,
teaching everyone. I mean, I just feel like I don't see that a lot with some of the rappers that are from Memphis, but that's just my perception. But I know you're in tune to it. This is what you do every day. What are
Yes.
your thoughts on that?
I believe there is not just one, but I believe there are some. But with that, Ina, comes grooming. With that comes the mental, and not only the mental, who you're surrounded by. You know, let's look at some people in the past that have done things in hip hop, like Meek Mill. Right now, he has been on a social platform about judicial practices,
And that's with the guidance of Hove.
right.
Right.
Hove did that.
Yeah.
If you heard that song, God did. Oh my
God
God.
did.
But-
you bumping that right now?
Yeah, I love it. We're playing it on Hot 107.
Okay.
You know the song is 8 minutes long?
Yes.
Right, and we're playing all 8 minutes and 2 seconds
Y'all
of
gonna get this 8 minutes.
They gonna get it. We did not cut it down and edit it or nothing.
Is that good though?
But hip hop has made a lot of contributions to society, and I believe in Memphis there are some that can do it. But like I said, it takes the heart, the mind, and the grooming. It's like right now with me, I'm trying to socialize with bringing in some young guys DJing to fill those gaps. Because one day I'm going to step down and
I
pass
like
the
that
baton.
you're doing that.
I mean,
like
but that's the
that.
only way. Lift as we climb.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get to where I am by just some people's, I don't know. People took a chance and shared wisdom and enlightenment with me to do this. And it has helped me a whole lot. Jackson Brown, you know, he's in California now. He was real patient with me and whatever like that. And I appreciate all those guys and some ladies as well that have helped me along my run in radio and broadcasting, because it's not just DJing and music. I'm a broadcaster.
Right. And
Like
you do a
you.
great job.
I
And
try.
You do a
Thank
great
you.
job.
And you do too.
Thank you. You know what? Another thing I love about what you guys are doing there at Hyatt are the ladies are there now. DJ Zeta,
That's
DJ
right.
Sparkle, DJ Obvious. Y'all got the women incorporated now.
And that's what has to happen. You know, you have to have some softness in there. But they also are very in tune to hip hop.
Oh, they could turn up like the guys.
Exactly.
Oh, they doing it.
Because if you're going to be on a hip hop station, you need to be hip hop driven. You know, we're not a talk radio station, although we do talk and are informative. You know, we have to have some women in there that are also hip hop driven, inclined. They know the culture. And I appreciate all the ladies that help out over there and work. They are a great dynamic group. I'm very blessed to have them in the circle because we need that. We really do, and I'm glad that they are on our team.
Definitely. Now, what you got coming up Southern Heritage Classic Weekend? What's going on?
Okay, I'm glad you asked.
Because
Okay,
I know you're getting
one
ready
thing.
for it.
Let me pull this up. Make sure I give all this information right so everybody can join me. Now, check it out. I cannot give this information out, but I can say that I am about to start DJing at one of these very upper, or should I say upscale hotels downtown. Not the one you're thinking about. Not that one.
I was about to say what I thought.
Nope.
Not that one?
Not that one. No.
A newer one?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm gonna give you that information when I'm allowed to just, give it out.
Okay.
When this airs, it'll be out. But
okay. It'll be in the caption.
but I got that going on, and I will be pretty much resident DJ there and helping them when they have corporate events.
Ain't nothing like a good residency, huh?
Right. And I want to be somewhere not only where I'm the first, but it also complements my class level and sophistication. I'm not in clubs really here anymore. They don't pay money. I'm not under a promoter. I'm not under any constraints where if you DJ over here, you can't do. No, I
You don't
DJ.
want to be either.
No, I'm not doing that. Been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
And I'm not, hating on nobody. You run your establishment and business how you want. And of course, you want your people with you. Like you don't see a Dallas Cowboy playing for the New England Patriots.
True.
If you're on a team, you're on a team. But I am an individual freelancer.
Yeah, it sounds like you're curating your own path.
I have. You have to. It's a part of it.
That's how you stand out.
So and also September 10th, I'll be at the Hard Rock. Me and my guy Kavanje from 88.5.
Shout out Kavanje.
That's my brother from another mother. I love him to death. Chub Rock, the Chubster.
Oh, that's gonna be classic.
90s hip hop party at the Hard Rock, and get your tickets, everybody. Eventbrite.com. Hip hop Hard Rock.
This
Get your
classic
tickets.
weekend, right?
Classic weekend, Saturday night.
What is the date on that?
September 10th.
September 10th. You heard it. Hard Rock, Chub Rock.
Right.
You gonna be on the turntables?
Yes, of course. He's the host. I'm the DJ.
Oh, I'm coming.
You can. I got you. I put you on my list.
Yes.
You ain't got to pay. I got you.
Yes, that's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be beautiful.
How did y'all get that together?
Well,
we
we did something with him before, like, what's this, 22, about 5 years ago down there. And so I was doing a hip hop thing here with some people, but I said, man, I want to do something where I have creative control. You know, I feel like if it's a group of people doing something, that everybody's brain or thought should be involved with the process and not just one person making all the decisions. Then you're not working together, you're working under a control freak, you know, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So Kavanja and I had already been working together on some projects, and I said, man, let's do something downtown with hip-hop. There's no hip-hop downtown. Where it is, but not hip-hop with acts.
True.
And that's what we want to do, is bring an act every now and then, also stay in the culture environment where we're going to be giving back. October, we're going to team up with some different agencies, whatever, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
You know, give back. It's not about taking. We want to give back too.
I love it.
And so, yeah, we're going to be once a month at the Hard Rock Cafe doing hip-hop at the Hard Rock.
I love it.
Once a month. Not every other week, not every week, once a month.
Once a month.
And the first one will be September 10th. Chub Rock will be there live. Eventbrite.com. Hip-hop at Hard Rock, and get your tickets there or pay at the door that night. And also every other Wednesday I do a dinner party at the Mahogany.
Yes.
Where I get to really play a decent amount of music. I might play Stan Getz. I might play Nina Simone. I might play what's Kenny G.
You and them
Marvin
crates
Gaye.
over there.
I love music. And that's the thing that DJs don't really understand, is the music. Not just what's out and the same little 5 songs.
Okay,
Everybody can play
on repeat.
Maze Out Before I Let Go. Who can't play Trigger Man? Who can't play Go? And get a crowd riled up. The true skill of a DJ is pulling music that somebody might not have heard before.
Thank you.
But sounds good. Everything and the bad part, it's so much out here that people haven't heard. Yes, you want to play what they want. That's the job of a DJ. I don't go to people's parties when they hire me and want to give them a music class. I give them what they want. But when people hire me at a different spot, I try to expose or spoon feed them to different artists and music styles. Lounge music, you know, fusion. Just it's so much out there.
Yeah.
But most venues have the DJ shackled, where all night long you hearing the same trap music.
Play the
same
hits. Play the hits.
Turn it up. Like I was DJing at one spot. You know, you got all these different people involved. One of them wants you to turn up. One of them wants you to play calm. One of them don't know what you want you to do. Well, I have now band with people that we all have the same likes and ideas for what we want to expose to our patrons. And that's where I am now in my stage of DJing. Like clubs.
And you know what? At a commercial level, I'm feeling like there's a lot of house music being infused with Drake, with Beyonce.
And I've been loving house since I was.
I know you have.
And since I was a teenager, because I got godparents on the south side of Chicago. And I've always loved that genre. And house kind of lost its fizz when gangster rap came in, because hip hop and house had a marriage at one point in time. Hip hop, it was called hip house. Like a rap song would be a standard version, and then they would do a house version of the song. Well, they stopped doing that.
Why?
Because rap went to another level.
Yeah. It has definitely evolved over time.
And that's another podcast.
That's another podcast.
You know, we can talk about that for days. But I'm just blessed. I'm thankful that the people that hire me and trust me, or trust me rather, with my skill set and professionalism to not only uphold their brand, but expand mine as well.
Yes.
Because see, when you uphold somebody's brand, yours jumps too a scale up. At least it should.
If you're true partners.
Right.
And you know what, Superman, that's what I love about you. You have always been original, never trying to, duplicate someone else or anything like that.
It'll never work.
And your music is going to be different.
Yes.
Like you said, you're going to expose us to something new.
Right.
And I've always loved that about you.
Thank you.
And I love your whole personality. You know I love you, brother.
It was same here.
Yes.
You my sister. You are definitely there for life.
Yes, we've been knowing each other for a long time.
You stuck like glue.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on the Verbally Effective
I want to thank you for
podcast.
having me.
You are indeed verbally effective. You know that.
I try to. It's a hard job.
Yes, but it seems natural for you. I want you to
Yes.
let the audience know how they can continue to follow your journey.
Okay, I'm on IG. You can follow me on IG at DJ Superman Hot 1071, and that's SUPERMAN, not SUPA.
Okay,
You
get them
know, it's
right.
DJ Superman Hot 1071. That's my IG. My other stuff is kind of like personal, but my IG, they can follow me on there. I'm always refreshing it, what I'm doing, the station, where I'm going to be, whatever like that. And I welcome them to join me on that. And I appreciate you all for following me and rolling with me all these years in my career, my growth. 'Cause that's what's all. I couldn't do it by myself.
That's
there are
true.
no big eyes and little U's.
And we're going to get the deets on that exclusive downtown spot.
I will definitely be letting you know that. You will definitely know
'Cause
that.
You know I'm going to be hitting you up.
You
Like, come on
can-
now, I'm doing the caption right now.
You can. It's all love. It's all love. I just want to keep my word with people as far as how they're supposed to, because we're supposed to be kicking this off next week, but I'm not allowed to say right now.
I
Waiting
got
for
you.
the
I understand.
green light.
I understand how they work.
Yes, ma'am.
And, just know I truly appreciate you for coming today.
Yeah,
on
thanks
the
for
Verbally
having me.
Effective Podcast. DJ Superman, Christopher McNeil. For those that don't know, Omega Man, radio personality over there at Hot 107.1, morning show producer for the Morning Hustle, the Marvin Gaye of DJs.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
What's
Thank
going
you
on?
guys.
Keep getting it on.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today to yet another episode of the Verbally Effective Podcast. Please subscribe on all streaming platforms and at Ina Esco YouTube channel as well. Verbally Effective, powered by We Are Memphis. See you guys next time.